If you're currently struggling with photography, this video aims to help you. It can be really disheartening. I see people start photography and then just give up completely out of nowhere. This video aims to hopefully give you some pointers and keep you on track to improving your photography, because I always want this channel to be a place where you can get inspired to grab your camera, go out and shoot some photos. So I just want to start off by saying, don't give up. Like, I've been there in times when you just feel like you're in a slump with your photography and you're just not really sure where you're going. So these tips can hopefully help you out and set you on your way to good photography success. So my first tip is to go back to your original photos, the photos you got when you first got your camera, when you were most excited to be out taking photos. By looking at your original images, you may already see dramatic growth in what you're taking now. You may look at things and that is enough to give you a positive boost. But also, whilst you're looking at your images, you may realize that you're taking images now possibly for the wrong reasons. You may have found some success on Instagram or with certain things and you've just tried to repeat it and carry it on and not really follow the path of what originally got you excited. Whilst you're looking at your original images, try and see if there's things that you could improve on. If there are definitely clear things that you're looking at and you think, yeah, I could improve that with better composition, with better light, with, straighter angles and things like that, then that is a good sign. That's a sign that you've progressed, that you've learned things. So go back to your original images, take a look and compare them to your new ones. Following on from looking at your older images, take a look at the equipment you were using then versus the equipment you are using now. It could be that maybe within that time you've bought a new lens, or maybe you've upgraded your camera and you're just not feeling it anymore. Maybe there's a connection that you had to a particular focal length. Analyze the metadata, look at the lenses that you were shooting with on some of your favorite images you've previously taken, and see if you're still using that equipment. It could be that maybe there was a lens you used to use frequently and you love the results from it, and then you got another lens to replace it or upgrade it, and it maybe just doesn't hit the spot. Try going back to your old stuff, or maybe just change your lens, and that could be enough to get yourself inspired and motivated to shoot more. I know we always say that gear isn't everything, but it is something. There's something about having, say, a new camera or a nostalgic piece of gear that just makes you want to pick it up and use it. And it's not because of the new gear as such, it's more a case of, with that new gear, I'm going out and taking more images, and so by being out more, taking more photos, naturally I've gotten better. One of the most common things that you may find when you're looking at your images and you're not feeling it anymore is down to the editing style. It could be that what you're doing to your images now is based off of old techniques and things that you used to do that you maybe don't really appreciate anymore. You may be oversaturating things, you may be adding extra contrast, you may be lifting the shadows. There have definitely been times where I've gone through phases with my editing where it's just not stuck through for the longevity of things. I know for myself, when I'm editing in Lightroom, there are frequent times where I just get into a muscle memory of doing the same tweaks because those are tweaks that I've always done, only to realize that actually I don't really like that style quite as much anymore, and so I have to tone it back. And that can actually be a great tip when you're editing, is to push your sliders and make your adjustments as you normally would, and then tone them back and just see how they look now. It is completely natural for people to look back on their images and realize that either they're over-edited or they're in a particular trend or style that fit that time, and you just maybe don't like it anymore and you want to move on from it. But unless you address the way that you're editing, you're always going to be feeling a little bit unsatisfied with your images. Alright, let's talk about Instagram. Now, I know it can be a bit of a controversial thing on measuring your success by your Instagram, but there is some value that can be taken when you look at your images and how they perform or how they resonate with people. Now, not necessarily just talking about the number of likes, but it could be discussion, it could be comments. You could have images that you're posting now that aren't generating the conversations that you used to have. And maybe that's a place to look and to question, why is this happening? Maybe you've fallen down a path where you're taking images for the Instagram banger shot. Maybe you're taking it for, someone else's idea of what a great image is rather than what was natural for you. Or it could be that now your images are generating discussion and conversation. And if that is the case, then brilliant. Use that as a way to drive yourself forward into taking more images and really listen to the conversation that's happening. And I've said this so many times before, but it's genuinely true. Your work does get better the more you share it. Share an idea with 10 people and it will come back to you 10 times stronger. You'll find ways that you can improve on things because you're giving it to other eyes and ears to give feedback on. Whilst we're talking about Instagram, are you still inspired by the images that you're seeing on your feed? I made a video a few years back, and one of the controversial points on that was to unfollow your friends and unfollow people who just don't inspire you. I use Instagram as a tool. I use it to see images of creators that I really look up to and use it as an inspiration for places I want to travel to and other things. If I'm not seeing that on my feed, then I don't get that inspiration, I don't get that motivation. And so unfortunately, you've got to unfollow some people. Likewise, whilst you're analyzing your feed, could it be that some of your favorite creators, the people that you previously used to look up to, don't publish anymore? Or maybe they publish different things. Have they changed creatively and that's had an effect on you? This was something that happened to me a few years back and I felt it massively. I used to look up to Chase Jarvis hugely for the videos that he put on YouTube and Instagram and behind the scenes of photography and things like that. And he had a shift in direction and I still look up to him and I still admire what he's doing, but it's less about the photography and more about the creative entrepreneurship. Unfortunately, that had quite an effect on me and I felt less inspired to go out and take images because I wasn't seeing that frequent hit of watching someone do the thing that I wanted to be doing. Are 80% of your problems coming from 20% of your things? It could be that you find yourself getting really stressed when you're out taking images and it's all down to just a couple of things. It might be that you're always carrying too many lenses, or it could be that you feel like you have to have your tripod with you, but in actual fact, you don't like using a tripod and that is causing issues with your photography. Or maybe it's some lens cap holder that you bought very early on and you stuck to the front of your lens and now every time you take it off, you drop your lens cap, it's banging against your camera and it causes you stress and it doesn't allow you to get the images that you want. Little tweaks like that honestly can have massive differences. In fact, going back to lens caps, I used to see so frequently that people would have their lens cap on their camera, they take it off, they take their image, they put the lens cap back on. And what they found is they often missed shots because of taking the lens cap on and off was taking up time and the moment has passed if they were capturing something quick. Just by taking that lens cap off and putting it in your pocket and just going around completely naked, lens cap that is. Just by taking that lens cap off and going around with your lens and camera ready to use can give you the opportunity to get the images that you've been desiring for ages. So next time you're out taking images and you find yourself getting stressed, try and discover what is that little thing that is causing you to feel stressed. Change that, remove it, and you may find that you're taking better images because of it. So let me know if there's anything that you've done that has helped improve your photography or ways that you've found yourself getting out of a funk. I'm glad right now that I'm in a position where I do feel very inspired and motivated to go out and take images. As I said, over the last 2 years or so, I've really struggled with it up and down. And so being in the position of feeling up on it, I want to try and share that and pass it along to you. So I hope this video has helped you out and given you some inspiration. If you want to go and check out some photo vlogs down below, they may actually help motivate you to go and pick up a camera and go out and shoot. And if you're out shooting more, you're going to be taking better images, I guarantee it. All right, that's everything for this week. I'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.